Okay, now we're going to talk about how to create your own YouTube outro. Now, YouTube outros can be very powerful because at the end of your video, they prompt the consumer to do something, whether that be watch another video, subscribe to your channel, or even click through from YouTube through your associated website to your website where they can search for homes. So right now I'm in Final Cut Pro. The first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a PSD or Photoshop file in order to create my YouTube outro. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with Photoshop, you don't have to be. Just a quick search within Google, right here with Google Images, you'll find YouTube outro templates, okay? Now, let me tell you right now that I would not use any of these the way they are, okay? These templates belong to somebody else. You can get yourself in a lot of trouble. I know people that have been fined anywhere from $500 to $10,000 for taking things from Google Images, and copyright law applies here, okay? So, but what you can do is you can take one of these that you like and you can go over to Fiverr.com and you can find one of them that represents something like this for $5, or you can find some kind of programmer on Fiverr that will create one of these for you. Okay, once that's made, you're going to come back to Final Cut Pro. Now, as I've said, I already have one, so I'm going to find mine here. Okay, there we go. There's mine. And I'm going to go ahead. I want to render this in 1080, so I'm going to go ahead. Now you'll see here that with this particular one, let me just drag this out here, make it a little bigger. You'll see here that this particular one has 4 different slots for a video. Now yours can have anything that you want. It can be 1 video, it can be 2 videos, it can be 3, it can be anything that you want, but you have to have videos to put in there. Okay, so now I'm going to start finding my videos to put in my YouTube outro. So let's find some videos here. These are some videos that I created for the Video for Real Estate Agents course, and I have over 70 of them. So I'm just going to start to pull some of these in here. What seems appropriate is how to create a killer video. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag this right down here into my timeline. Now, if you're not using Final Cut Pro, that's fine. You might be using Avid or iMovie, or you could be using anything, Sony Vegas. They're all going to work on some kind of timeline like this. So even though your editor may not look exactly like mine, it should be very, very similar. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to strip out the audio because I don't need any audio here. So I'm going to go ahead and detach the audio, get rid of that. And now I'm going to figure out where I want my intro to begin and end with regards to this video. All right, so this one right here, you'll see this is where the intro starts, and then it goes into how to create a killer real estate video. So what I'm looking for is about 10 seconds. So let's count 10 seconds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to stop right there, pause, and now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this right off. Okay, I don't need this anymore. I'm just going to get rid of that. And now the first thing I want to do is I'm going to drag this on top of the YouTube outro, the Photoshop file. All right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit this into the little holes that I have. So I'm going to transform change. And again, you may not have transform change on your editor, but you're going to have something very similar. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pull my handles down here until I can get this to an approximate size that I want. I'm going to put it right in the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to drag this out, because by just dragging this, it's going to be proportionate. All sides are going to adjust accordingly. Okay, I'm going to drag this out. I think that's close enough. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down Option, and again, I'm using a Mac here. I'm just going to go ahead and pull these here. I'm going to get it to fit this exact square that I have now. There we go. Okay, you'll notice I still got some black around the edges here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to crop these right out, fitting it right in here, just like that. Okay, so there's my first video. Now, I have 3 other ones. Now, the first thing I need to do is I need to tell the consumer who sees this at the end of my video what this video is about. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a title. Okay, let's go to titles, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab a basic title. I'm going to drag it right into my timeline just like this. Now I'm going to go ahead and drag the title where I'd want it to be. I want it to be up here. I'm going to double click on it. How to edit a killer real estate video. All right. Going to drag it right on top here. Now I'm going to change the color just by going to face. I'm going to change the color to, I think black's going to be good. I'm not crazy about the font, so I'm just going to go ahead and change this font to something a little better for me. Here we go. Adobe Gothic is what I'm going to use here. Capital E. And capital A. All right, so now I have the first one in. Now I'm going to go ahead and find another video. So I'm going to go right back to my videos. And this one I think we'll do, let's see, cameras, because you can't really shoot video without having a camera. So I'm going to pull this in here, let it do its thing. And now again, I need 10 seconds of this, except this time I'm not going to count 10 seconds. I'm just going to go ahead, and the first thing I'm going to do is drag this right on top right here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cut it right where this one ends, because I already know that's 10 seconds. So blade, get rid of that. And now I'm going to detach the audio, right-clicking, detach audio, because I don't need any audio in this particular thing. And now I'm going to make this smaller. Again, transform the change here, just like so. Drag it just on the end here, just proportionately, and I'm going to drag it right over here to my first space. Now I need this to fit in here, so what I'm going to do again, I'm going to hold down Option. Again, I'm using a Mac, and I want this to fit right in there. Okay, moving it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh. Fix that. Here we go. And this is on cameras. So again, I'm going to use the same title here. I'm just going to go ahead and hold down Option and drag to create an exact copy of that one. And now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to move that right over here. Now obviously that's too big. That's okay, because all this one is going to be is about cameras. Drag it right there. That's fine. Now it's time to find another video. So we're going to go back to find another video here. This one, let's do, how about getting over you? A lot of people that start in video have a big problem with getting out of their own way, right? How people think they show up on video. Am I fat? Am I stupid? Am I ugly? So this is really important, getting out of your own way. And again, all these things are covered in the video course. There's over 70 videos right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to detach audio. Just delete that. And again, I'm going to drag this right over here, because again, I know it, 10 seconds. Move my timeline, move my playhead right there, cut it, get rid of that, and now I'm going to get this one here, I'm going to click it, transform change, pull down on the handles here, and now I'm going to move it over to my third slot, drag the handles, get it right in the middle, and now I'm going to hold down Option, and I'm just going to move this to fit this hole perfectly. I want all these videos to be the exact same size. There we go. And this one is Getting Over You. So I'm just going to click my title, hold down Option, drag up to make an exact copy of it again. I'm going to move that down. And this one is Getting Over You. Okay, right in the middle there. Now I have one more space here, so I'm going to go back and find another video. Let's talk about, how about video optimization? That's a big one. If you're going to make videos, you need to know how to get your videos found. This course will cover the 5 different ways that you can optimize your video to get found online. Okay, again, I'm going to detach the audio, and I'm going to move this right up above. My playhead to the end. I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to transform change again. Here we go. Pull down. There we go. And put it right in the middle here. There we go. So now I have 4 different videos in here. Of course, I got to say what this one's about. This one's about video optimization. So I'm going to click, hold down Option. Again, I'm using a Mac. This is Final Cut Pro, and this one here is going to be video optimization. All right, so let me show you what this is going to look like. First of all, let's match all these up. I'm going to expand my timeline here so that I can make sure that everything's going to fit accordingly. Okay, all this did was just blow up my timeline so that I could see it a little better. And I'm just going to go ahead and drag these all the way to the end. Okay, that way I know everything's going to match. I'm not going to have one video come in and then another video come in and then another one. I want them all to come in at the same exact time. Here we go. Scroll down, make sure everything's equal, everything's even. It certainly is. Now I'm going to take my timeline back to its normal size. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to play this. Okay, now this might be a little jumpy because as you can see, we've only rendered a little over 30%. We're gonna go ahead and click play here to see what this looks like here. Go. Imagine this is at the end of the video. Okay, all these will pop up and the consumer can then make a choice as to which video that they want just by clicking on it, and YouTube's gonna send them to that video. Now what I want to do is I want to export this. Okay, so to export it, I'm just going to go ahead and create a master file. I'm going to call this my YouTube outro. We're going to let Final Cut Pro do its thing here, and I'm going to see you in a minute once this reaches 100%. Okay, here we are. We are now rendered this complete file, and let's take a look at it. We're just going to go ahead and play it. Okay, it's going to play in real time now. This is what it's going to look like when it's in YouTube. And for you as a real estate agent, these videos, these are really endless as to what you can do. This first video could be about a community that you market to. This second video could be about your marketing strategy. This third video could be client testimonials. This fourth video could be anything. Could be about your team. Could be anything that you want it to be. But again, these are very powerful because a consumer can click on any one of these and go directly to that, whether it be a playlist or another video inside YouTube, or again, outside YouTube to your website through the associated website feature. Okay, now it's time to upload this to YouTube. So we're gonna go ahead and close that out. We're gonna open up our browser and go directly over to YouTube here. And now we're gonna tell YouTube where the video is. Head over to Finder here. And I have this on I have about 5 external hard drives. This is on my second hard drive right here. Here it is. You see, I got an MOV file and an MP4 file. I'm gonna click on the MP4. And this is literally just gonna take a few seconds to upload. That's how fast it can be to upload to YouTube using an MP4 as opposed to an MOV, which is a huge file that Canon cameras specifically create. Now our video has been uploaded to YouTube. We'll just click on that to see what that looks like. Okay, now it's time for us to add some annotations to this because we want these to work. As you can see, if I click on these, nothing is going to happen. Okay, but we're going to fix that right now. But what we're going to do is we're going to click pause, and we're going to go over here to annotations, and now we're going to start to put in some annotations here. Okay, now YouTube has quite a few different annotations. There's the speech bubble, the note annotation, the title annotation, the spotlight, and the label annotation. Those of you that have followed me for a while remember that I talk about the pause annotation, and that's a way to stop YouTube from recommending videos at the end. YouTube no longer supports that feature, so it's not available anymore. What we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and we want this annotation to show up throughout the whole video. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to select the spotlight feature, and you're going to see here that a little white square is shown up. We're going to go ahead and drag it right on top of this particular video, right where we'd want the consumer to click. We want to cover all of this. There we go. And again, we want it to cover everything, so I'm going to go ahead and just drag this all the way out. And now I need to tell YouTube what I want to happen when somebody clicks on this. What do I want to happen? Well, what I want is I want them to link to another video. Okay? Now what I want to do is I don't actually keep these videos on YouTube. These are on Amazon S3 because they belong to a membership website that teaches agents how to use video. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to select any other video so you can see what I mean. So I want to link it to a video, and now it's going to ask me to paste a link to the video that I want right here. So let's just, for the sake of argument, let's go and find a video on YouTube that's going to work well for us here. Let's do this one right here. Okay, go ahead and share. I'm going to copy that link. I'm going to go right back to YouTube, and it's asking for the video link. I'm just going to go ahead and paste that right in there. All right, and now it's asking me, hey Stephen, where do you want this video to begin and end? Do you want it to start at the beginning? Do you want it to start halfway through? I want it to start at the beginning, right? So I'm going to leave that alone, and I want the link to open up in a new window. All right, I don't want it to replace the existing video because then they might not be able to get back to YouTube or to my other videos. So I want it to open up in a new video. So that's the first one. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and publish that annotation. This is done. Now we're going to add another annotation. Add annotation. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to add, oops, I added a speech bubble. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to add a spotlight. We're going to take this. We're going to size it accordingly again. Here we go. Great. And this one over here, we need to find another video we want it to link to. So let's do that. I'm just going to go ahead and pick this one right here. And I'm going to share, copy the link, go back, and I'm going to paste the link. Again, it's asking me what I want it to do. Well, I want it to link to a video. I'm going to paste the video right in there again, and I'm going to drag this all the way out again, just like so. All right, again, I want it to open up in a new window. Okay, so now we've got 2 annotations done. Now let's go ahead and let's save it. Let's publish that annotation. Now let's do a 3rd annotation. And again, we're doing another spotlight. We got this one here, this one here. We're gonna do this one right here. Drag it right on top, size it to fit over the box. And what do we want it to do? Well, we want it to end up in a link. Let's find another video. Here we go. Copy that. Paste it right in there. And again, we're going to drag this out. We want them all to be up throughout the whole time. Okay, we're going to save that. Sorry, we're going to open link in a new window. We're going to save it. We're going to publish it. So we got 1 annotation, 2 annotations, 3 annotations. This is the 4th one we're going to do right now. Add annotation. Click the link. We want it to link to another video. We're going to go ahead and we're going to paste it right in there. Okay, open link in a new video. We're going to save it, and then we're going to publish. Okay, so we just created 4 annotations. Anywhere the consumer clicks on this, you're going to see that's showing them where it's going to link to. Okay, there's the different videos. Now you'll see right here, we also have the ability to have them subscribe to our channel. And this is really powerful because if a consumer subscribes to our channel, every time we upload a new video, they're going to be alerted to it. Now I know how much real estate agents love direct mail. Think about that for a second. Every time you upload a new video, your client or people that are subscribed to you are going to be notified. Hey, Steven just uploaded a new video. It's like the postcard that keeps on giving. You can't beat that. Okay, so now we're going to do our subscribe annotation. Add annotation. We're going to go ahead, we're going to hit select spotlight again, and now we're going to use that particular spotlight to highlight this subscribe button. Okay, we're going to get it to fit this area we want it to fit in. And now we need to tell YouTube what we want it to do. We want it to link, but this time we want it to link, yes, but we don't want it to link to another video. We want it to link to the subscribe feature. And these are all the different things you can do. If you look through and you'll see I have the ability to link to my associated website. That means that I could have a link in here that says search for homes that would then take them away from YouTube to my YouTube channel, or excuse me, to my website using this feature. If you do not have this, it's because you do not have the feature turned on. You obviously do not also have monetization turned on. I'll make another video on how to do that a little later. For those of you that are members of VFRE, all that information is already covered in the members area that takes you through every single one of these annotations and how to use them to drive traffic. You can see that you can also link to your Google Plus profile. You can link to another channel if you'd like, or a playlist. Let's say for the sake of argument, you list homes in a particular subdivision. You can create a playlist for all the homes that you've sold in that subdivision and have it link through this feature to that particular playlist. Now that's going to set you up as a neighborhood expert, which is really what you want. You want to be seen as the expert in that space, and this annotation can help you do that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click on subscribe, and now we're going to add our name in here. Mine is my title guy. Go ahead and enter. There we go. And now what's going to happen is you'll see that it took somebody right over here to this is the channel view of my website. Now, if it was somebody who had not subscribed to my channel yet, they would land here and they would have the ability to subscribe immediately. You notice that I talked about playlists. These are all playlists. This is on real estate video tours. This is on visual stories, recent uploads, popular uploads, and playlists that I've created for different segments of my business. All right, that's all we do there. Okay, now again, all we need to do is we need to go ahead and click publish. And now we've just set up 4 annotations. We need to make sure that when we drag this out, it matches the exact same time frame. We're gonna go ahead and publish that. And now let's go back to YouTube and take a look at it. So we're gonna go to Video Manager. We're gonna find this particular video. Here it is right here. And I'm gonna let this play, and then we're gonna test it. So play. Let's see. Oh, look, it's Steven made a video on how to edit a killer video. Click on it. It's gonna take us away, right? And we're gonna land on that video. Okay, let's try that with another one. Here we go. For cameras, right? It starts to play and it says, click here to see how I market your property or whatever it may be. Oh, I want to see that. Click on it. It's going to take him over to that video. Here we go. Okay, you see how this is going. Now let's test the subscribe feature. Let's say that you set yourself up as the expert in that field, and every consumer wants to work with the expert because it doesn't cost them any more to do so. Right? Why wouldn't you want to work with somebody that knows an area better than another agent when it does not cost you any more to do it? So we're going to give them the ability to subscribe. Go ahead and click play, subscribe, click on it, and again, it's going to take them away from that particular video and land them right here on the channel view. Now, for those of you that are using YouTube or actually are using YouTube to drive traffic, one of the most powerful things that you can do is to turn on your subscribe trailer. Now, what would happen is when somebody landed here, YouTube would automatically recognize they were not a subscriber to your channel, and then this video trailer would play for them. And this can be anything that you want it to be. It can be you on green screen talking to the consumer about what you do, about how you help people avoid foreclosure, short sale, sell a home in a given area, or this could be a video all about a subdivision, or all about a geographic. I mean, the possibilities are absolutely endless. Okay, you can do that just by setting up your subscribe or unsubscribe trailer, and this video can be any video as long as it is on your channel. Right? That's how that looks. So there we go. We used a Photoshop file here. You remember, you can get this on Fiverr if you need to, or you can actually go and look at one at Google Images for some kind of inspiration. We then pulled in all the different videos that we wanted to use. We exported this, we uploaded it to YouTube, and from there we, through the annotation feature, let's go back and look at that, we were able to add the different annotations in order to get the consumer to do what we want them to do. Again, that can be visit a website, it could be watch a playlist, it could be watch the next video, it could be anything that you want it to be. I'm Stephen Garner with Video for Real Estate Agents, and if you want to learn how to use video in your real estate business, I can tell you there is no course out there that is better suited to help you, because it's 100% made by someone in the real estate community. I've been in title for 12 years, but it also is all about real estate. You're not going to have to take that information like some courses and transcribe it into how it applies to real estate. This is all real estate. If you'd like more information about the course, visit videoforrealestateagents.com. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you.